guys, welcome to Teach Together Try. We are learning, our learning intention is how to plot points on a Cartesian plane. Learning intention, how to plot points on a Cartesian plane. And our success criteria is, well, can locate where the X and the Y axis join and plot the point. And it's going to be easier to show you, I think. And for example, you might know that the x-axis value is 4 and the y-axis value is 5. And so where do they locate? Sorry, where do they meet? Well, they're going to meet around here, aren't they? So then can we plot this point just there? Okay, I hope that makes sense. Let's have a look at how all of that's going. Okay, brief review. I hope you've watched my other video exploring what a Cartesian plane is and why we use it. This is my second video in the Cartesian plane series, and in my other video we very briefly looked at coordinate plotting, because in year 5 you probably did look at coordinate plotting like this, and you would probably understand that this red star here is at C2. And if you don't understand that, go and watch my first Cartesian plane video or my coordinates video, because today we are looking at the Cartesian plane. Now, just like I said in my other video, you will notice the x-axis here, there's no letters anymore, is there? It's just numbers. And you'll notice the y-axis along here, there's no letters either. It's just numbers. But there are a few things that remain the same. Like coordinates, like good old coordinates, we still will always record the x-axis first. So whatever value is on the x-axis, that goes first. So for example, let's just pop down 1, 4. All right, and that means that on this Cartesian plane, our first value for our x-axis, well, the only value for the x-axis is going to be 1, and the y-axis is going to be 4. And you'll notice that the x-axis value goes first, and the y-axis value goes second, and that always happens. X first, y second, just like plotting coordinates in year 5. And you know what? It's maybe as equally as simple as year 5, perhaps just with this value. Anyway, look, let's find the 1. Let's find the 1 on the x-axis. So, no, that's -6, that's -5, that's -4. I don't know if you can see that. The 1 on the x-axis is here. Okay, there's the 1. Now, it's not the space. Perhaps in coordinates you were used to dealing with the space. No, we're not looking at the space. We're looking at the line, right? At the line that belongs to the 1. And here's that line there. There's your 1. So there's the 1 for the x-axis. Let's find the 4, the value of 4 for the y-axis, and that's going to be here, this line here. Now again, it's not the space. With coordinates, we were plotting the spaces, weren't we? We were looking at that. We're not looking at the space. We're looking for where the line is. So we've got the line for 1. I'm just going to go over it again. Here's the 1 value. Chop. That's the x value, and here's the y value, which is the 4, right? So remember, the x was 1, the y was 4, the x was 1, the y was 4, okay? And now it's just about finding where those values meet. So I guess you could even draw up from the 1, couldn't you? 1 goes up, oh, sorry, it's been a naughty pen, the 1 goes up all the way up there, and the 4 is going to go across there, and so look, that's where our coordinate point's going to be. That spot right there. That spot, my dear student, that little black dot in that blue circle is coordinate value, or let's say Cartesian plane value 1, 4. 1, 4. Let's do another one. And in case you haven't worked out, we're actually in the teach phase here, guys. We're doing teaching here. I'm just showing you how it works. Okay, let's do coordinate value. Let's do a bit trickier. Let's do -3 and 6. Okay, coordinate value -3 and 6. So remember, the first value is always the x value, and the second value is always the y value. So let's just worry about the x value for now. -3. So let's find -3. Not 3, not that one. No, we're going to find -3. And you have to go down, don't you? 3, 2, 1. Well, there's 0 there. We should talk about that in a moment. I'll come back to that. 0, -1, -2. Aha! -3 is here. There's where -3 is. It's below 0. It's below 0. Here's the line that belongs to -3. There. Okay, remember, we're not really talking about this space. I'm going to colour in blue. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the line that is next to it. And there's the line that belongs to -3. I've just drawn a little red line on it. Hey, let's find 6, not -6. We're not doing that. This here, this y value here, pertains to 6. So it's going to be this one up here, isn't it? I'm very sorry, depending on my way. It's going to be this one up here. So let's have a look at that. There is our 6 value. Right, there you go. So the question is, where do these two lines now meet? Where do these two values meet? So I can draw up from -3. I can draw up or down. It doesn't matter. It's where they're lines. I'm just going to draw up and draw along from 6. And there's our value. Look at that. I'm going to do it in black. There's where it is. There's where that coordinate goes. I'll rub it out now. Drink, drink. Okay, and this, of course, this value I've circled in blue there is where -3 and 6 is on the Cartesian plane. Look, -3 and 6. And, of course, the x-axis always goes first, and then the y-axis goes second. Okay. Hey, there is something I wanted to show you, and it's this spot here. It's where exactly the x-axis meets the y-axis and it's this spot right there. Do you see that there? I'm going to get rid of that now. Maybe it'll be clearer if you don't have any of that there. I'll get rid of that. This bit here, see that? That is actually coordinates 0, because the x-axis value is 0, and 0 because the y-axis value is 0 as well. And it's at a heart. I guess it's the beating heart of the it's the beating heart, that's my heart, of the Cartesian plane. X-axis 0, y-axis 0, just right there, 0, 0. And we actually call that the origin. It's actually called the origin. It's where all things come from, the origin. Okay? Or where all comes from with regards to the Cartesian plane, of course. I think we should do one or two more. I'm going to show you one more actually, and we're going to do some together. So why don't we have a go at plotting these points? Why don't we have a go at, look at this one. We're going to have point -3, point -4. Okay, and remember, and I'm showing you, I guess, this is of course the x and this is the y. The x always goes first, the y always goes second. And I'm still showing you so I can just relax. Let's find -3. -3 is over here on the x-axis. I'm doing the x-axis first. Let's find -4. Here's -4 on the y-axis. There you go. And then where do these two meet? Dot, dot, dot. Oh, I can't draw dots with this pen. Sorry. Where do these two meet? Oh, they meet there. So look, there is point. There is point -3. And point -4, and it's at point -3 on the x-axis because we went to -3 on the x-axis, and it's at point -4 on the x-axis, on the y-axis, sorry, because we went to -4 on the y-axis, and that's where they meet. Okay, I think you should have a go. Let's do some together. Why don't you have a go? Let's give you a go. Right, here's a question for you. I'm going to get you to pause me and do it. Okay. Can you please plot point 5, -4? Plot point 5, -4. We'll do it a bit together. Here we go. We're in the together phase. Here you go. We're in the together phase. Let's do this one together. Please plot point 5 and -4. So your x-axis is going to be what? Your x-axis is going to be 5. Your y-axis is going to be what? Your y-axis is going to be -4. Go and have a bit of a go. Can you plot the point 5, -4? Have a go. Hey, I wonder if you did this. I wonder if you went, well, there's 5 on the y-axis, and here's -4. Sorry, I said that wrong. Start again. Bad teaching. My apologies. I wonder if you went, well, here's 5 on the x-axis, which is, of course, this one. And I wonder if you went, here's -4 on the y-axis, which is, of course, this one. And you went to where they meet, and that is of course that spot exactly there, and that would be your value for 5, -4 on the Cartesian plane. Okay. Hey, let's have another go. Or actually, rather, why don't you have a go all by yourself? I'm not going to give you any hints here. You have a go all by yourself. Now let's do another one. Right. Can you please for me plot point, let's say -1, right? And 5. Plot point -1, 5 for me. Go on, have a go. -1, 5. Pause me and have a go. We're in the try phase for this bit. I've decided we're going to have a try phase. Plot point -1, 5. Okay, I hope you've paused me. I hope you had a go. And I hope you've gone -1 for x, which was here, wasn't it? There's -1. And 5 for y. There it is. And where do they meet? Well, they meet there, don't they? They meet just there. So there's point -1, 5. There's point -1, 5. Okay? That's the point you should have had for -1, 5. Hey, let's do one more. I think there's time for one more. Why don't we do, this is a good one. This is one I didn't show you. I should have. Well, let's have a go. Let's do point 0, -2. Let's do point, this is still the try phase, so I'm going to help you out a little bit, I've decided. This is point 0, -2. Can you remember where 0 is on the x-axis? And where -2 is? That's a bit easier on the y-axis. See if you can have a go. Go on, have a go. Hey, I wonder if you worked out that 0 is actually here on the x-axis. It's right there, isn't it? It actually shares a position with y there. That's point 0 for y and point 0 for x. Remember, we called it the origin. That's the origin. Point 0 is the origin. Okay? So there was your x-axis coordinate. I've drawn it already. It's the red spot. We had to find -2, which was your y-axis coordinate, wasn't it? Right? So where do they join? Well, if you draw a line, where do they meet? They're going to meet there, aren't they? And that spot there that I'm actually about to highlight in blue, draw a circle around, that spot there is your point 0, because at the x-axis it's at 0, isn't it? But it's at -2 on the y-axis. I might give you another tricky one like that just to finish up with. Why don't you have a go with 5, 0. This is the last in our try phase. You can have a go. This is the last in our try phase. 5, 0. Okay, pause me and have a go at that. See if you can find the location of 5, 0. Okay, I hope you've paused me and I hope you recognize that, okay, well, the first axis is always the x-axis. So where's value 5? There. So that's we're starting there at the 5. Oh, look. The y-axis here is actually 0, isn't it, today? So that means we have to actually go to the 0. Right? So where do they meet? Where do they meet? Well, let's draw the line, and they go drink. So where? There. I've got my big red dot. I'm going to actually draw a blue circle around it. Okay. Where the red dot is with the blue circle around it, that is your value of x-axis 5, because it is on the 5 of the x-axis, and y-axis 0, because it is on the 0 of the y-axis. Okay, I hope that's been helpful. This has been plotting coordinate points on the Cartesian plane. Thanks for